Good morning, nerds, and welcome to the Mobile Musings for Friday. Camera's all jacked up. October 20 something. I am 25th. There we go. I am a little bit out of sorts this morning. Now it's the other way. Good morning. Almost slept through my alarm this morning. I was sleeping really well last night. Yeah, it was a good day yesterday. Had a good day at work. On my way home, almost home, thinking that it was just going to be a chill night, whatever. I remembered I had Boy Scouts last night. I had to take the son to Boy Scouts and, help lead a meeting. We didn't have Scouts last week because it was fall break for the kids, and they don't meet when school doesn't happen that day, whatever. And it just completely skipped my mind that yesterday was Thursday for some reason. I don't know, whatever. But we went to Scouts, had a good night. They did a lot of planning for things that my son is not going to be at, which was a little bit frustrating for him, but he had fun because he was hanging out with his buddies. He's got soccer games and stuff like that going on, so they're planning for some events that he's going to miss because of that. So that kind of sucked, but it's all good. There's a fly right there, and I have a feeling it's going to do something to make me mad at some point. Missed. Now he's flying around. Great. That was dumb. Should have just let him be. Anyways, after that, came home, watched some Thursday night football, hung out, did some chores around the house, then went to bed. I was pretty tired last night. The carnivore diet's kind of kicking my butt as far as energy levels go for the time being. Got something in my eye, so it's got me a little bit tired. Oh, one thing I did before I got to sit at home and watch some football, I went to the store to get some food and some hand soap. Those two, got to go together. We were out of hand soap at the house, so I was leaving Walmart. Checked the notification on my phone from my daughter's app about band, and there was a message on there of the recording from the rehearsal, the final run from their rehearsal from yesterday. And I was like, oh sweet, I want to watch that. Well, I start playing it, and playing it over the speakers of my truck because why not? And funny enough, I saw the marching band director, come out of the store, and I was like, hey dude, got his attention. I was like, you're never going to believe what I'm listening to right now. And he and I just started cracking up. It was pretty funny. He's a good dude. And we talked a little bit about how well the band's doing, how much they can still improve, and how impressed he is. And the thing is that even with a band of 200 kids in it, he still knew A, who my kid is, and B, took the time to praise her as well. So pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, it was a pretty chill night. I don't know. I had something else I was gonna say. I don't remember. Whatever. This guy's riding my butt, so I'm gonna get over and let him zoom on by. He's got somewhere important to be, I guess. Anyways, I was gonna say something about the carnivore diet because it's been kicking my butt the last couple days. Any of you know how to combat nausea while you're on it, because that's the biggest issue I have with it, is that it's just making my tummy hurt. I feel like my camera's all jacked up today. Yeah. That did not help at all. I don't really have anything to wipe. It's a little better. Anyways, yeah. Anybody have any help for nausea on carnivore diet? I've had to resort to taking Pepto a couple times. And I don't know if that's as kosher as it should be for the carnivore diet, but it's worked. So it is what it is. Was looking at the watch this morning, trying to just get a little bit of motivation, because that's a word. It's what I told you. It's one of those days. Got a good little quote that I thought was interesting. It was, "If you think your ideas are too ridiculous, oh my God, ask yourself why ridiculous has to be a bad thing. If you think your ideas are too ridiculous, ask yourself why ridiculous has to be a bad thing." I like that one. Mainly because, like, I don't think ridiculous is a bad thing unless I'm thinking about, like, things that involve major life decisions for some reason. Like, I am perfectly okay with being weird, with being goofy, with being silly, with just straight up being ridiculous about some things. But when it comes to major life decisions, for some reason, that's where I draw the line. Draw the line. Excuse me. Draw the line. I don't know why that is either, though, because, like, my whole, well, not my whole personality, but a lot of my personality has to do with the fact that I do things that are crazy. I don't know if you can tell, but, like, I like being silly. I like being goofy. I like being a little bit ridiculous. But for some reason, like, some of the goals that I set, I think to myself, that's just a little too ridiculous. But I don't know why that necessarily has to be a bad thing. So maybe take some time today and set aside or go through your list of goals and see why you're not doing some of those goals, or why you might have thought that they're they're too out there, too crazy, and think to yourself, well, is that necessarily a bad thing? Because I'm sure that some of the major decisions that have seriously impacted the world in the past in a good way have been decisions that people have thought shouldn't work because they're a little bit too out there, a little bit too crazy. And if those people hadn't stepped up and said, no, we're still going to do it, then the world will be a completely different place. So let me know what you think. Hit me up with some anti-nausea remedies for carnivore diet. I'm getting off here, getting on the interstate. Oh man, the fall colors are beautiful around here. One of these days I'm going to figure out if I can flip this camera around during shooting and just show you out the front window of this valley that I'm coming through right now. But you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy the day. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, love you. Bye.